Phylloxera was a major blow to French and European viticulture. It started in the mid-1860s in the south of France, spreading into the southwest. Languedoc, Provence, made its way up north in the Rhone Valley and reached finally Burgundy in the late 1870s, and eventually the whole of Europe. So in a way it was progressive, but it destroyed everything, and it was also inexorable. During that time, of course, after a first movement of panic, governments appointed scientists to find solutions. And basically, two major solutions appeared. One was chemical, fighting the bug with a chemical, and the other one was botanical. The reasoning behind it being that Phylloxera and native vineyards in America had coexisted for some time, and naturally native American vineyards had developed a resistance to the bug. So why not use that resistance to fight it and to recreate European vineyards? The first method, the chemical method, was in a way traditional. When you have an invasive bug, the first reaction is to try to kill it. So a chemical was found, carbon sulfur, and was used for a very long time. It proved to be tedious. You had to put it into a kind of big syringe and inject it vine by vine at the foot of the vine, because of course the damage caused by Phylloxera was behind in the ground, and you had to kill the larvae in the ground. So extremely tedious, dangerous also because the chemical was not very healthy, although that was not really a major concern at the time, and not extremely effective at the same time, because of course the sheer volume to treat was absolutely enormous, and you could perhaps control the bug but certainly not eliminate it. The other solution was more innovative, using American vineyards to save the European vineyards. And first hybrids were thought of, kind of crossing American vines with European vines. But of course the major problem was quality. It was a big change of character in the wine, and it could be a solution for cheap wines. And indeed, wine was produced from hybrids for a long time in France. But of course, it was not a solution for the Grand Cru, which were beginning to emerge and being classified at that period. And many owners worried about the vanishing of their prized vineyards and wines. So it took some time to find the solution, especially since American vines were not necessarily adapted to Europe. There was the problem of limestone, and finding vineyards, plants coming from America that would be resistant to limestone, which is quite prevalent in Burgundy and elsewhere in Europe. So there were many trials and errors, and at some point the French government appointed a scientist to execute a mission to America to find some the American vineyards that would be best suited for that purpose.